This is the Computer Geek 01010101 here. Excuse the quite random placement of the camera. It is evening, about to cross on right on over the night, and you know what that means. The sun is glaring right on in through the window. Yep. Those are some of the things I have to deal with whenever I'm recording in the late evening hours in the middle of the year. Yes, that's, for this part of the year, it might as well be a prerequisite. Yeah. I've already started tonight's renders. Just a couple. I think all my renders tonight are max 25, 30 minutes. So I may be able to start editing this sometime. Oh great, I need a Torx T15 driver. Yeah. Yeah. One of these doggone Blaze systems that needs a T15. That needs a T15 driver just to get anything loose. Yeah. So yeah. Well, this is an HP Pavilion model I don't know computer because it doesn't say it. Here it is. HP Pavilion model P6000 machine. If I remember correctly, this was the computer in my grandma's front room. Only reason I can tell is because the power button in the case style. Mainly the power button. I always remember this irritating top power button where the computer's on top of a desk. Most annoying thing in the world to have to turn on and off. But yeah, this computer was built around, let me see, it was built after 2010. I think it was made about 2011, 2012, probably 2011. Put into service 2012 and retired just last year. Replaced with Windows 8.1 machine, forced to 10 as usual. Yeah. But yeah, this is one of those super irritating computers because it uses a T15 driver on pretty much everything but the very case cover. Yeah, it even uses a T15. It even uses a T15 screw on the bracket that you need to take out to be able to install and remove your expansion cards. So yeah. My other 2011/2012 Pavilion machine is used as an office machine. I was originally planning this on using this as a server for mine test in a web server, and I was also going to use this as a PXE boot server, but our router is terrible with port forwarding, so mine test is automatically out. Still considering using this as a web server, and I cannot get PXE booting to run on this thing. And I may commission my 2400, my Dell Dimension 2400 as an ERPXE boot server, or my Pavilion A1000Y when I can get a power supply, CPU, and memory for it. But those, I mean, the A1000Ys. And the A1000Y, all plans for that are sitting on the back burner. So if I desperately need to throw an ERPXE server in a service, I'll use the Dimension 2400. Besides, I have like three of these spare hard drives just lying around. 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, 3. Seagate Barracuda ATA5, ST3400 16A, Datecode 024113, 40 gigs in size, Western Digital Caviar 14300 EIDE hard drive, 4.3 gigs, and then probably another 40 gigs Seagate. Probably another 40 gigs Seagate in an old motherboard box somewhere. Yeah, this thing uses T15 on pretty much everything. I don't know, let's get started. But yeah, this thing originally came with, still has its original drive. It is a Western Digital Caviar Blue WD6400 AAKS. Yeah. Considering how I've had to swap three or four dead Seagates in the past 9 months to a year or so, I'm glad HP didn't throw Seagates in this machine. Though in my other HP Pavilion computer there is a Western Digital Green Power drive. Unsurprisingly, that thing was failing smart. It was slow to boot up too. But yeah, I junked that drive 2015. Things sat without a drive for over a year. So yeah. Then I finally got sick of that computer not having a drive, and I wanted to use that machine. So I just threw a spare Hitachi in that I recovered from computer setup from main computer version 3 something, 2 or 3 something. Yeah. I mean, I just threw a spare Hitachi in there, threw the factory copy of Windows 7 on it, called it a day. Later wiped it and threw Ubuntu on there. I'm gonna wipe it again and throw Xubuntu 1604 LTS on there, and then I'm gonna get Google Chrome and stuff on there, maybe VLC, hook the speakers up, and then I'm gonna call it a day for that computer. Probably gonna throw Ubuntu server on this machine. Get web server working, and that's it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to begin this teardown by unplugging and removing the hard drive. That's where I'm going to start. This is a SATA hard drive. I'm not sure if it's a SATA 2 or 3 drive. Probably SATA 3, 2012. Yeah, T15. Is this a T10? That's a T10 driver. Not a T15 line around here. Maybe not. Over here. T15. Yep. I have a T15 in my specialty tool case. T15. This fits very nicely. And for the motherboard, I may throw the 100mm extension on this screwdriver, or I'll just or I'll just stuff the T10 down there. It's not actually my T10, it's my dad's, but I'm kind of borrowing it. But yeah, to get the drive cage out, there's a tab down here. There's a tab right down there that you need to depress. Just straight. But yeah, there's a tab right down here that you need to depress, and then pull the drive cage away, and then you can just lift it out. And here's a look at the drive. Kind of hard to see the model number since it's being obscured by these vent holes. Yeah. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect all the power cables. There's not many of them to disconnect. I only had to disconnect 2 actually. There's a total of, I think, 4 power hookups in here. One to the optical drive, one to the hard drive, one for the main 20/24 pin motherboard connector, and one for the 4-pin CPU power connector. Next, I'm gonna follow the disconnection of all the power supply connectors up with the removal of the power supply, which again uses these annoying T15 screws. I do not get why HP did that. I mean, I do have screwdrivers that can accept these. Maybe these are T20, I don't know. They also take a flathead, but I can hardly stand flatheads. This power supply is also pretty funky with the way you have to get it out. There's a tab directly behind the power supply, right in here. You need to push this down and push the power supply backwards while somehow miraculously not taking your finger off. And then you can pull it out, up and out. This is a Lite-On model number PS5301. I mean, these Lite-Ons, these things are pretty good. Built like tanks. There it is. 17 minutes on the camera. Gonna need to stop and charge this tonight. May actually be able to come back to it later tonight. But the probability of that is pretty low. So next, I'm gonna disconnect this case fan, the CPU, maybe the CPU fan, and unplug this connector and this connector. This computer is not equipped with the functionality to accept any kind of a video capture device. If I wanted to put a video capture device in here, I would have to put whatever HP would originally put in here at the time of manufacture and replace this front I/O panel. Unplug the SATA cables, they're very short. Unplug the front panel case connector. And now, I'm going to turn this thing around. And there's a screw right here, again, T15, that holds this plate in. And you need to get this plate out to remove your expansion cards. So first things first, undo the screw and remove it. Pull the plate up and out. And then you can get your expansion cards. Now, the expansion cards. This is a USB 2.0 controller card. 6 ports, 5 on the back, 1 internal right here. Got it from my computer teacher. Pretty cool find. Stuck it in this computer because it's screaming for ports. I mean, there are a total of, without the expansion card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ports without the expansion card. With the expansion card, there are a total of 12 ports, internal and external. Yeah. And to remove the expansion cards after you have that plate off, pull up and out. And you might notice something pretty weird. The motherboard seems to be upside down. This modem is factory original. Only reason I'm not removing it... there we go. Is because I don't have any expansion slot blanks. Unless I come cord. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have any expansion slot blanks. I'm definitely going to put my 120mm extension on. Sweet. There we go. 100mm extension. Very long, very long with this size screwdriver. I'm going to go ahead and pull the motherboard, as you can see right now. I'm going to stop recording whenever the dang it, where'd it go? It didn't fall beneath the heatsink, which it probably did. I'm going to stop recording whenever that flashing battery thing, orange flashing battery icon comes up on the screen. But yeah, HP has this really bizarre upside down motherboard scheme, and it's present in both this server machine, this machine that I've repurposed as a server, and my Dell Dimension 2400. I don't think you really need much to run ERPXE. And I exactly wouldn't have that many disk images to need to boot at once. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I mean, there's probably disk image boot clients that are pretty much their own full-fledged operating systems in one. But yeah, here's the motherboard. Yes. And if you're curious about the optical drive, well, guess what? Guess what? Yeah, I need to take the front panel off to get the optical drive out. But under no circumstances am I going to do that. Especially since I unintentionally dropped this computer once. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just your generic optical drive. It's your generic HL data storage SATA optical drive. You find in pretty much everything these days. But yeah, here is the RAM. We have 8 gigabytes of RAM in this computer. Yeah, 4 2 gig sticks. So honestly, not bad at all for 2011, 2012. It has all USB 2 on it. 2 PS2 ports, keyboard and mouse. Optical audio in and out. I think that's optical. Digital audio in and out. VGA 15-pin. Onboard Firewire 1394. Probably Firewire 800. Most likely Firewire 800 by the date. 2 USB 2.0 ports. 2 more USB 2.0 ports under a gigabit Ethernet port. And 5.1 channel surround sound audio capabilities on the board. Backed by a Realtek Audio RTL 811C series 96P7901 or G927C. C. Yeah. Well, let's see. How much do we have on the battery? 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and stop the camcorder, get it charged up, and get this computer put back together so that way I can get this thing up and running for y'all and give you a demonstration of this. See ya.